I have returned once again today to deliver a stream of JoJo Part 5 Golden Wind. Ooh, we're good to go, we're good to go, we're good to go. So, yes, actually have returned after a week hiatus from JoJo Part 5 because it's actually a recap last week. To actually cover episode 22 of JoJo Part 5 Golden Wind. As episode 21 was buonissimo. It was also probably the most kind of episode of the whole entire series. Granted, the one beforehand was very woo as well, but really it was just. It also probably had some of the best direction in the whole entire series as well. It's just exquisite, I must say. Also, this just kind of changes the whole entire dynamic of the whole entire show for the preceding future. Like, now it kind of turns into something completely different. It's very much like there was a goal beforehand, but that's actually a new goal, and in doing so, it just creates this whole entire tension out of it. It's actually really well done, so I have to wait and see how the anime actually does it. Yeah, it is true. I actually want to see how it actually adapts this arc and actually then the preceding ones after. Is it preceding is the word you actually use for afterwards? I actually can never remember. But yeah, you know what I mean, the ones that come afterwards. So yes, actually it's planned to actually go live for JoJo Part 5 Golden Wind. So, go live for episode 22 of JoJo Part 5 Golden Wind. And with that, I believe we are good to go. Are we? That's the question. On that front, we certainly are. On this front? No. Twitch, you have betrayed me. And now we are good to go. Right, so, anyways, actually putting full actually at the Shona Road. So in 3, 2, 1, let's start this thing absolutely now. Oh boy, if I've been waiting for this to come back for like a week at this point. It's like the longest week of my life. Hello! Oh yeah, the new IPs this week as well. I have seen like the first 10 seconds of it, that's it. It is a JoJo man himself. I've missed them so much. They are great. Oh, his smile though. His smile's so beautiful. Oh. It's the new OB. Oh man, that's really freaking cool. I actually liking the fact that actually kept in like the previous stuff from like the anime itself. That is really cool. It's my beautiful boy. No freaking way. That is cool. Indeed, Fugo is gone. The lad is gone. Out of the OPs as well. Oh man, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be so freaking good. It's actually really interesting now because always that whole entire idea of what can in theory happen. Like, there's never one moment where I actually kind of sat down like, oh, nothing's actually happening, because anything actually could in theory happen. I love how Abakio's just like, oh no, not again. He just joins in afterwards. He just sips the wine, just joins in. Alright, hello, how's it going? I really do like how they handle Bruno and Giorno's character now as well. It's actually very interesting how they kind of shed a limelight now. And also, you actually can see that the whole entire arc is actually a massive turning point for the characters as well. It's actually kind of cool how they did that. How it's actually done in general as well. Yeah, the animation's really good this episode as well, to be honest. Okay, I'll be honest. The sound design of this episode is actually fantastic as well. Oh, I actually remember this arc as well. I remember this one. Man, I remember this arc's kind of disturbing sometimes. Oh my! No way! Is that him? Is that the boy? No way, did that actually get Suda to actually voice him? Oh! Oh! It's actually Ogata. He's in JoJo. It's actually Suda himself. Oh! Thank you. Thank you. With that said, JoJo Part 5 is now the best part of JoJo. I can't believe I actually got Suda actually voice him in the episode as well. Oh my god. Oh, his voice. It's just. See, it all came together. This whole entire thing just came full circle. Have a Ogata behind me. Ogata's in the anime currently. There you go. How did JoJo know I love Suda though? How did they know? Their production out here trying to save my life. I can't believe it. I actually really can't believe it. I really can't believe how well they've actually done this anime so far, but they went above and beyond with that whole entire moment. Uh-oh. God, why's his voice so hot? Jesus! I mean, all my favourite voice actors are actually in this show currently, so there's that. I've been blessed. What do you do? What do you do when your own tongue turns on you? That is the question. Damn. I actually can't actually change the ED on the wrong episode as well. Could have been next week's episode, but I had to go and check this episode on the crucial moment when Sue's actually in the anime. What would you go and do that, Dev Productions? You failed me. Failed me, my lads. Uh-oh. The ED is actually really freaking good, but I mean, if only we actually kept the other one for one more week. If only! Just to have, oh, that was good. I mean, 10 out of 10 already for having Suda in this anime, but I mean, 10 out of 10 anyway. That was good. Direction was fantastic. It's one of those episodes that really kind of proves to you that just this whole entire thing's sort of just turning into, like, kind of scary territory. I actually kind of like how the stand user are actually in the ED as well. That's actually quite cool. But man, yeah, it just... this episode was good. This episode was pretty good. Oh, man. This ED is amazing, though. I love how they actually called them Mono Crusaders as well. I actually quite like that. Because it kind of does... It kind of evokes what I kind of said from the beginning. I said that this kind of feels like part 3, like a little bit. Because it kind of then feeds into the ED as well, like the whole entire idea, how they're evoking it as well. I actually quite like that. If only we had more Suda though. If only we had more Suda. Oh man, I can't believe it. Look, I bought the volume of Gata on it, and then he happens to appear in this episode as well. It's like fate brought us together once again. The new OP is good though. I think it's one of those. It's kind of it really nails the kind of feeling of the whole entire second half of the show. Like the whole entire idea that there's always this looming fear upon every single character in the show. I mean, the episode kind of proved it as well. This idea that Giorno's constantly looking over his shoulder, the idea of him never really kind of letting go. There's something there. I actually kind of like that because it always kind of evokes the whole entire idea that yes, this whole entire thing's changed. This isn't what a normal part should actually kind of entail at this point, because in theory, the actual enemy once they're actually revealed after the whole entire thing happens, it kind of then turns into them destroying the enemy. And actually, you kind of get the idea that maybe something might happen in between, but it's always this idea that they have to go and destroy the enemy. But here, it's the idea that now they have to destroy the enemy, but it's that idea of survival. It's the idea that nothing is safe, nowhere is safe. You could be sitting down anywhere, and boom, stand user pops out of nowhere. It's the whole entire thing at the beginning with Nanansha kind of beating up that dude, kind of thinking, are you a stand user? Is that whole entire idea? Because yeah, it's true that no, you can't really trust anyone in the show at this point, because anyone could in theory be that stand user. And I actually kind of like that, because it kind of just proves to you that it isn't just taking out the enemy, it's about them surviving. Honestly, I was surprised as well, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I like this episode as well, because it kind of then puts Nanansha back into the kind of the limelight once again, because with the whole moment with him last episode, that him explained about the whole thing with Trish. Same thing happened in this episode as well, the whole thing with him like kind of looking after Trish, actually kind of looking out for her. I actually kind of like that, because he's trying to actually help someone out, actually not fall into the exact same pitfall he did. I actually kind of like that, because it's actually kind of very admirable. And then in this episode as well, he actually kind of falls victim to stand users. It's actually one of those things that it kind of allows you to see how he acts once again, say the words correctly. Can I actually speak today? I'm still trying to get over the actual initial shock of hearing Suda in this anime. You actually get to see how he acts in the anime once again. It's actually kind of neat, because he actually has to kind of overcome this in a very different way, because it's not your usual stand user. It's someone kind of grander than that. It's actually kind of very interesting because of it. It's one of those things that you kind of like. I wonder how he will get out of this one, because he can't really tell anything else besides the lies. It's one of those things that it has to kind of find a different way of doing this, or do it himself instead. Actually kind of take out the actual kind of members in his own group he has, and actually kind of just do it himself. It's actually quite interesting, because I just see how he does it in quite a different way as well. So yeah. Ow. It's a very interesting episode overall for that reason. But really, the main focal point really is this whole entire... Jesus Christ. My throat is dying. This whole entire thing with Trish as well. I actually kind of like that speech by Trish as well, because it kind of just evokes what this whole entire thing means as well, as whole entire show means at this point. This whole entire idea of finding out, because it's not just destroying the enemy, it's also finding out who he is, and actually what he entails, and what he does really mean. I actually kind of like all these aspects about the whole entire anime now, because it really does very kind of set this whole entire different dynamic this show actually is establishing. He is adorable. I do find him adorable. Like in his episode, he's such a bundle of joy. I really did like Nanansha. He's such a bundle of joy. But again, we have to wait and see what doesn't really happen. I mean, it's one of those things that now you kind of can't really be like on the side of, oh, they'll get out of this one, because it's one of those things you just don't know. Like the show kind of doesn't fully possess the idea that yes, they might in theory win the battle in the end, but you always have that uncertainty now, because of actually what is really going on in the show, especially now, even more so than before, especially even more beforehand in different parts. That's why I always kind of said this part's basically like the version of Part 3 that I actually kind of wished it was. So actually is why I always admire Part 5 more, because of the fact it's basically Part 3, but like about 1 billion times better. I have to wait and see what doesn't really happen. I have to wait and see, as they say. And also, I still love the ED though. The ED was fantastic. It was one of those things that it kind of paints a lot of pictures that once you're actually kind of like, oh yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. So yeah, that is me done for today. It's actually what you have enjoyed this whole entire show as a whole, then do indeed leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed it's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it's actually helped me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here on YouTube and you do want to stay a bit longer, then do indeed leave a sub, because indeed it's something quite a bit. And as well, after the whole entire point, if you want to stay a bit longer, then do indeed leave a follow on Twitter, because indeed it's something quite a bit. On Twitter, actually, no streams go live streams, I do as well. He does, actually, I must say. I was sitting there going, man, he's hot. Like, Suda makes anyone like 10 times hotter. It's just the thing. Suda makes everyone hot. It's just he has the voice. He has the hot man voice. But yeah, also as well, I actually have enjoyed this whole entire stream. I actually don't have the Twitter account. I do pretty well have Discord as well. Discord doesn't pretty tell me streams go live, and any other streams I do as well. But the next episode 23 of JoJo Part 5 Gonna Wind. See you guys later. Bye for now.